So, ang kailangan natin na forces dito ay yung W1, F1, F2, tapos Fmax, tsaka yung X. Dahil ang ide-design natin dito ay yung toe. Take note na meron tayong mga footing pressures dito sa ilalim. So, yung mga stresses na yan, yung mga pressures na yan, itutulak nyo itong footing or the toe pataas. So, ang bakal na ide-design natin dito yung bottom rebars, which is DB6. Ayan, ano? DB6. Yung solid line na yan, horizontal rebars. Ayan, DB6. Now, punta tayo ngayon sa weights, which is W1. Ang W1 is this part of the footing from dito hanggang dito lang sa edge nung stem. But before that, as I've said kanina, ang goal natin is ma-design yung bottom bars na DB6. So, kailangan natin ng M sub U. So, ito yung moment. And then, dito sa moment, kailangan natin yung forces F1 tsaka F2. F1 being the force due to this triangular polygon. Tapos, yung F2 due to the force na rectangular polygon. Okay? So, let us solve F1. Itong F1, yan yung area nitong triangle. So, ang dimension ng triangle, yung vertical niya is Y. Tapos, yung horizontal niya ay B. Ngayon, yung B, given yan. But, how do we solve for Y? So, ang ratio and proportion natin dito would be Y all over B is equal to this larger triangle. Okay? Ngayon, itong larger triangle na yan, that is Fmax minus Fmin all over L. So, from there, makukuha natin yung value ng Y. And then, from there, we can solve the value of F1. Next is, dito tayo sa area ng rectangular polygon. And, ang dimension ng rectangular polygon na yan is Fmax minus Y, okay, multiplied by B, which is ito. And then, lastly, ang kailangan natin is yung W1. But what is W1? It is equal to, it is equal to B times D times unit weight of concrete. So, ayan siya. And then, from there, i-multiply lang natin sila ng kanilang corresponding lever arms tsaka yung factor na 1.6. So, yung F1 from the dito sa stem, ano? So, that is, ang lever arm nitong F1 from the stem is 2/3 of B. So, 1.6 times F1 times 2/3 of B. And then, para sa F2 naman, from the face of the stem, that is B all over 2. So, that is 1.6 times F2 times B all over 2. And then, finally, dito naman sa W1. Ngayon, bakit siya na-multiply ng 0.9? Take note na yung forces na pataas, yan yung 1.6. And then, etong opposing force na W1 is ni-reduce natin siya ng 0.9. Okay, so 0.9 times W1 times B all over 2. At yan yung kanyang M sub U. And then from there, we proceed to singly reinforced beam. Okay, so before going there, punta tayo dito sa design of toe dito sa ating Excel. Okay, so ito yung X. Ayan, Fmax minus Fmin times L all over B minus I divided by L. Tapos, itong Y. Ayan, Fmax minus Fmin times B all over L. After that, sinolve natin yung F1 tsaka F2. Yan. And then, isinolve natin yung W1, pero naka-embed na siya dito sa M sub U. Ayan, okay? So, 1.6 times F1 plus 1.6 times F2. Okay? Nakalink siya doon. And then, minus 0.9 times W1. Ito yung W1 which is B times D times unit weight of concrete. Ayan. So, punta na tayo ngayon sa singly reinforced beam, which is this part. So, ang kailangan natin ay, again, yung unit width na B, tapos ang D natin is, effective depth D is dimension D minus clear cover minus dB6 all over 2. Which is this. And then, ang RU natin is M sub U divided by 0.9 BD squared. And then, yung actual AS natin, ayan, yung area ng dB6, tapos 1,000 divided by S6, spacing 6, para makuha natin yung number of pieces. And then, computein natin yung required rho. However, yung required rho is less than rho minimum, kaya nagre-compute tayo ng rho. So, ang lumalabas na recomputed ay yung rho minimum. Now, we have to compare our actual rho kay required rho. So, dapat mas malaki si actual rho kay required. And likewise, mas malaki dapat si maximum kaysa kay actual rho. And after that, we proceed to checking of the development length. So, dito, ang actual development length natin ay yung bakal na nandito sa ilalim ng toe, which is equal to B. Okay? So, ayan. So, LD, actual development length, is equal to B. And then, ang ating required development length is this one. So, hanapin natin si double asterisk, which is ito. So, ang equation ng required development length is, ayan. So, 4 equations, 0.02 times pi times dB. Pero ang gagamitin natin dito ay si dB6. Okay, and then, second equation, 0.06 dB6 times F5, and then 300, and then this equation. And then, you have to compare their development length. So, C required is less than your actual LD. So, therefore, it is now safe. Otherwise, kung mag-fail, mas maliit si development length, gagamit ka ng hook or i-extend mo yung bakal pataas. Next is check for shear. So, ang chine-check natin dito is check for shear at toe. Yan. So, ang kailangan natin dito yung shear forces, VU, tsaka yung allowable shear force, VC. Ngayon, ang shearing ay dito mag-occur. Okay? So, this part. Ngayon, ang VU natin would be yung forces kanina na ginamit natin sa MU. Okay, so ayan. So, ang shear force natin is 1.6 times F2. Ay yung vertical, positive, plus 1.6 F1. And then minus 0.9 W1. Tapos, ang allowable shear stress natin ay small bc. So, this is equal to single asterisk. So, yung single asterisk na yan ay ito. So, yan ang gagamitin natin para makuha natin yung allowable stress. Okay? So, dito, so ito siya. Ayan. 1.6 times F1 plus 1.6 times F2 minus 0.9 times W1. 1. And then, ito naman yung allowable stress VC. So, sinundan lang natin itong equations na yan. Okay? However, ang gagamitin mo dito ay yung effective depth D na ginamit natin dito sa tow. Okay? Nasaan yung effective depth D niyan? Ito siya. Yan. D minus CC minus DB6. Okay, and then we now solve for beta 1. This is maximum of these two conditions, which is ito. Yan yung beta 1. Ayan, which is the same as this condition. And then solvein natin ngayon si VVC or the allowable shear force. This is 0.75 times VC times 1,000 times D. Ngayon yung D, ito yan, yung D87 divided by 1,000 para maging kilonewton. Next, you compare that with your shear force VU. So, allowable is greater than your actual, so safe. And then next step would be temperature and shrinkage bars at toe and heel. So, ang required AST is 0.002 times 1,000 times D, which is ito. And then, ang actual AST natin is i-involve natin si DT. Okay? Ito yung temperature and shrinkage bars tsaka yung spacing na ST, which is nandito. Iyan. Okay? So, ito, ST, tsaka si DT. Okay. So, na-compute na natin si area of steel. And then, na-compute na rin si required area of steel. And then, we just have to compare. Yang AST mo dapat greater than the required. And lastly, dito na tayo kay check development. Tapos na natin si check development length. So, we now go to design of base shear key. Si base shear key, kailangan mo lang yan kapag nag-fail ka sa factor of sliding. So, balik tayo dito kay factor of sliding. Ayan. Fs sliding is 1.48, which is less than the minimum of 1.75. So, therefore, mag-provide tayo ngayon ng base shear key. And that is the reason now na gagamitin natin yung dimensions ng shear key na L tsaka HX. So, ipakita ko ngayon itong si L tsaka si X. Okay. So, yung small L na yan, ito yon. And then, yung HX is yan, yung height ng shear key. Ito siya, no? Yan. L is 0.6 and then the height of shear key is 0.37. So, ito yon. Next. So, ang goal natin dito sa shear key ay kailangan ma-increase natin itong factor of sliding, ayan, na 1.48. Kailangan ma-increase natin yan ng 1.75. And to do that, magpro-provide tayo ng shear key. So, first, let us identify the forces. So, with regards to factor of sliding, kailangan natin dito yung forces na magtutulak or lateral pressure na P1, P2. Tapos yung frictional force and that is due to the weights. Okay? Okay. Ngayon, yung weights, due to the weights is na-solve na natin kanina. Yan yung capital R. Which is ito, no? So, and then kailangan din natin yung P1 tsaka P2. So, ito na yung galing sa Excel. So, ito nakalink yan sa design of base. Okay? Which is, by the way, kung kukomputin natin yung P1, this is simply K sub P. O yan. Ang gagamitin na natin ngayon dito ay passive coefficient. Okay? Coefficient of passive pressure, K sub P. And then, etong base ng triangle is unit weight of soil times K sub P. And then, ito yon, ano? Pero, kailangan natin yung P1 tsaka P2 para ma-solve natin yung F. Okay, yung F. So, balik tayo dito kay Excel. Ngayon, check natin kung saan nakalink itong F. So, that is equal to P1 times P2. Nasaan ngayon yung P1, P2? Akyat tayo dito. Ayun siya. So, makikita mo yan doon sa part ng design of base. Okay? So, yan yung F. Next is, ang kailangan pala natin yung K sub P is etong P1, P2 nung shear key. Okay? Take note, etong P1, P2 nung shear key, this is different now from dito sa P1, P2 nung galing sa design of base. Okay, so ibang kwento na ito ngayon, ano? Ang gagamitin natin dito ay yung passive coefficient K sub P. Okay, so ito yung K sub P, 1 plus sin phi, this is greater than 3. Kaya, ayun siya, no? K sub P, 3.85. And then, P1 is equal to, yan yung small triangle. Yung P1, ito yung rectangle, ano? Then P2 yung triangle. So, P1 is K sub P times unit weight times D times HK. Ngayon, ano yung okay, ulitin natin. Ano itong P1 na yan? So, actually, ito yon yung small triangle. So, wait lang. Ito yon yung small triangle. And then, ang base nitong small triangle is K sub P times unit weight nung soil. And then, yung height nitong triangle, which is D, which is basically the depth of this footing. And then, yan, itra-transmit natin dito sa ilalim. Kaya siya naging rectangular loading. Yan. So, ito na yung P1. So, mapapansin nyo, itong base nung rectangular loading na yan, so, gawa natin siya ng figure. So, ito na siya. Yan. So, ang base nitong rectangle na yan is K sub P times unit weight of soil times D. Bakit D? Kasi ito yung triangle kanina. No? Next, dito, so yan ngayon yung pag-compute ng P1. O yan, K sub P times unit weight times D times HK. Ngayon, yung HK, yan yung height ng rectangle na yan. Okay, which is this. Next, we now go to P2. Ngayon, yung P2, ito naman yung small triangle. So, ilipat natin yung triangle. Yan. Okay. So, ang base nitong triangle is K sub P times unit weight times HK. And then, ang area ng triangle, so that corresponds to P2, is equal to KP unit weight times HK squared divided by 2. And then, from there, we can now solve your moment. Kailangan natin tong MU para ma-design natin yung bakal na ilalagay natin kay shear key. Okay, and then, kailangan din nating isolve or check yung shear capacity ng key. Now, let's take moment dito sa ilalim ng footing. Ang lever arm ng P1 is HK divided by 2. Ang lever arm ng P2 ay 2/3 of HK. So, ang ating MU now is 1.6 times P1 HK all over 2 plus 1.6 P2 times 2/3 of HK. And then, we now proceed to singly reinforced beam. So, before that, balik tayo dito sa design of shear key. Yan. So, yung P1 tsaka P2, ito na yon. So, that is K sub P unit weight of soil times D times HK. And then, this is P2 and then yan yung MU. Okay? Next. Medyo nalampasan natin tong part na yan. Ano? Okay, so balikan natin yan. So, dito, yung force is equal to P1 plus P2. Pero, yung P1, P2 galing to sa design of base shear. Ayan. And then, ang kailangan natin is 1.75 F. Ito. And that is equal to this. 1.75 multiply natin dyan sa capital F. And then yung coefficient of passive pressure, ito, greater than 3. And then itong R sub P, this is passive resistance, is equal to 1.75 F minus mu R. Okay, which is this. Ayan, so 1.75 F minus mu R. Ngayon, ano tong mu R? So that is equal to simply yung 0.5 times R. Nasaan yung R? Ito yun, yung sinolve natin kanina dito sa design of base. Okay? So, yan lang yun. And then, after that, dito na tayo balik tayo kay R sub P. But, take note that R sub P is equal to K sub P times unit weight times Z squared divided by 2. Ano itong equation na yan? Ibig sabihin nun, ito yung lateral force, okay, resisting passive force na kokontra. Kaya, this is due to the triangular loading na, ayan, so ito yon. Okay, so meron tayong Z. So, ang area nitong triangle na yan would be K sub P times unit weight times Z, tapos yung area niya is multiply mo ulit siya ng Z divided by 2. Now you equate that to R sub P. So makukuha mo ngayon yung value ng Z. And then from here, makukuha mo na ngayon yung required HK. So, ayun yun. So, ito siya. So, from R sub P, ayan, nakuha natin ngayon yung value ng required HK, which is Z minus D. Okay, solvein muna natin itong Z. Z is simply equal to RP times 2 divided by KP times unit weight, and then you just get the square root. Okay, ito yan, no? So, ipakita ko lang, this is equal to R sub P times 2. Ayan, times 2. Then, divided by, open parenthesis, K sub P times unit weight. Ito si K sub P times unit weight of soil, siguro, or simply U. then close. After that, square root natin lahat yan kasi may square root doon, no? Then, sqrt, open and close parentheses. Oops, wait lang. Okay, so, dito ako nagkamali. Yan. Etong mu, yan yung coefficient of friction, U. Dapat ito, US. Yan. So, that's how I got the value of 0.96. And then, from there, take note na yung 0.96 na yan. Yan yung Z. So, ima-minus natin itong D para makuha natin yung required height nung key. So, ang required height of key is equal to 0.96 minus dimension D, which is 0.36. Then, you compare this with your input HK. Input HK na 0.37. Yan yun. So, from there, ang HK natin ay 0.37, ang required ay 0.36. Therefore, okay na. Next is, ide-design natin ngayon ang bakal ng shear key. Ngayon, nasan yung bakal ng shear key? Ito siya. Yung ito, DB7. Take note na yung force dito ay paganyan. Okay? So, natapos na natin kanina yung small p1 tsaka p2. Which is, ito, yan, p1 tsaka p2. Ito yon, yung maliliit. Then, solvein natin yung m sub u. 1.6 p1 hk divided by 2. Then, 1 plus 1.6 p2 times 2/3 of hk. Ngayon, ang hk na gagamitin natin dito ay yung input na 0.37. Wag yung 0.36. Tapos, we proceed to singly reinforced beam. So, dito, unit strip or meter strip natin ay 1,000. And then, ang D is 512. Ngayon, ang D natin is based on your length of the shear key. So, small l minus cc minus db 7 divided by 2. Yan ang ating effective depth D. Okay? Yung E16, yan yung small l. Tapos, ang ating AS is, yan. So, involved na dito ngayon si DB7 tsaka si S7. And then, computin din natin yung ating R sub U. So, ang R sub U is this, M sub U divided by 0.9 BD squared. And then, you compute our required rho na 0.00088. Now, this is lower than minimum rho. Kaya, gagamitin natin yung minimum rho para sa ating recomputed rho. And then, from there, you compute your actual steel ratio na rho is AS all over BD. And then, from there, you compare this with your required rho. So, dapat mas malaki itong actual kaysa kay required. Tsaka mas malaki dapat si rho max kaysa kay actual. And then after this is check development length of bar 7.